Welcome to my channel $T Valuable Coins. So get it started. Hello and welcome to back today, 220 Australia coins. Coins we're excited to share with you a detailed review of some amazing coins. From their designs and histories to their specifications and values. We'll cover it all. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting out. We hope you'll find this video informative and engaging. So, let's get started and dive into the world of coins.
The year 2001 was a pivotal one for Australia, a time when domestic concerns and international events intermingled to reshape policy, public opinion, and Australia's role on the world stage. Although it was a year marked by continuity under Prime Minister John Howard's leadership, Australia also faced significant internal debates about immigration and national security while adapting to the sweeping changes triggered by global events. Political landscape and national debates. John Howard's government and the federal election. Australia in 2001 was led by Prime Minister John Howard, whose government was known for its strong stance on law and order and economic reform. In November of that year, Australia went to the polls in a federal election. The election campaign was influenced by several contemporary issues, from debates over immigration policies to national security concerns, and ultimately reinforced Howard's mandate. The Tampa Affair and immigration policy. One of the most controversial and defining incidents of 2001 was the Tampa Affair. A Norwegian freighter, the MV Tampa, became infamous after rescuing asylum seekers from a distressed vessel. The subsequent handling of those refugees sparked national debate and set in motion stricter border protection policies. This incident not only polarized public opinion but also set the stage for future discussions on immigration and Australia's international image as a safe haven for those in need. National security in the post-9/11 world. The tragic events of September 11th in the United States reverberated throughout the globe. In Australia, these events led to a re-evaluation of national security policies. The Howard government, aligning itself more closely with the United States, introduced measures intended to counter terrorism and strengthen border security. Legislation was updated, intelligence agencies were given expanded powers, and public discourse reflected both anxiety and resolve in the face of a new global threat. Economic context and challenges. Global and domestic economic environment. The early 2000s were influenced by the aftershocks of the dot-com bubble burst and a series of global economic adjustments. Despite these challenges, Australia's economy demonstrated a level of resilience through prudent fiscal management and robust trade relationships, particularly with growing Asian markets. Economic policies and trade relationships. The Australian government continued to support free trade initiatives, modernize its financial institutions, and encourage foreign investment. At the same time, domestic policies focused on sustainable growth, technological innovation, and increased spending on infrastructure, setting the groundwork for longer-term prosperity. Social and cultural developments. Impact of the Tampa Affair on Australian society. Beyond politics, the Tampa Affair left an indelible mark on Australian society. It fueled a larger conversation on humanitarian obligations, national identity, and the balance between security and compassion. Many Australians found themselves debating the moral and legal responsibilities tied to asylum and immigration policies. The arts, media, and public discourse. In 2001, Australia's creative and media communities were vibrant and diverse. Film, music, and television continued to thrive. Media coverage of the Tampa affair and subsequent political decisions meant that public debate was often framed in dramatic terms. At the same time, the arts provided a platform for more nuanced expressions of national identity and multiculturalism, reflecting the complex tapestry of modern Australia. International relations and Australia's role on the global stage. Aligning with global security initiatives. In response to emerging global threats, Australia solidified its alliance with Western nations, particularly the United States. This alliance was most evident in Australia's participation in the early stages of the war in Afghanistan, where Australian forces contributed to the coalition's efforts to dismantle terrorist networks. Diplomatic engagements and trade. As international borders became zones of both physical security and diplomatic negotiation, Australia strived to maintain its reputation as a stable and reliable partner. Diplomatic efforts were bolstered by active participation in international forums and by strengthening trade links with both established and emerging economies. Natural disasters and environmental events. The challenge of natural disasters. While 2001 was dominated in the news by political and international events, Australia's unique climate meant that natural disasters remained a perennial threat. The Black Christmas of bushfires, for instance, had a significant impact on communities, especially in states like Victoria. These events served as a catalyst for improving emergency response systems and sparked an ongoing conversation about land management, climate change, and environmental policy. Environmental policy and awareness. At the turn of the century, environmental issues began to take center stage in political and public debates. From concerns about biodiversity to the management of Australia's vast and diverse natural landscapes, policymakers were increasingly tasked with balancing economic growth and environmental preservation. Sports and national identity. Cricket and the Ashes. The sporting arena in Australia during 2001 was dominated by cricket, a sport in which the nation has always excelled. While the Ashes series often garners significant attention, the performance of Australian cricketers during this period reinforced a strong sense of national pride and sporting excellence. Victories on the cricket field helped unify a nation under challenging circumstances. Other sporting achievements. Aside from cricket, Australians celebrated successes in rugby, tennis, and athletics. Sport continued to play a key role in reinforcing national identity, fostering community spirit, and providing both a temporary escape and a rallying point during a period of multifaceted national debate. Legacy and reflections on 2001. Shaping future policies. The events of 2001, both domestic and international, left an enduring legacy in Australia. The tightening of immigration policies and national security protocols continued to influence subsequent government decisions. Moreover, the debates sparked by the Tampa affair and related political controversies helped shape Australia's future approach to humanitarian issues, law enforcement, and diplomatic engagement. A nation at a crossroads. Ultimately, 2001 was a year in which Australia stood at the crossroads of tradition and change. Faced with evolving global challenges and shifting local dynamics, the country's leaders and citizens alike were forced to balance a commitment to liberal democratic values with the imperatives of national security and economic stability. In many ways, the decisions made during this time continue to resonate in contemporary Australian policy and society. Conclusion. In summary, 2001 in Australia was a year defined by rapid change, intense debate, and significant transformation. Politically, it was a period of firm government action and spirited public debate, particularly surrounding issues of immigration and security. Economically, the nation navigated global uncertainties while laying the foundations for future growth. Socially and culturally, Australia grappled with its identity in a rapidly changing world, and sports, as ever, provided a unifying and celebratory counterpoint to these challenges. Together, these facets paint a picture of the 2007 Australia 20-cents coin, covering its design, specifications, mintage, value, and historical background. General information. Country, Australia. Denomination, 20 cents. Year of issue, 2007. Type, circulating coin, standard issue. Currency, Australian dollar, AUD. Monarch, Queen Elizabeth. Metal composition, 75% copper, 25% nickel cupronickel. Mass, 11.30 grams. Diameter, 28.65 millimeters. Thickness, 2.00 millimeters. Shape, round. Edge, milled, reeded. Design, portrait of Queen Elizabeth. Designer, Ian Rank Broadley. Description, the Queen is facing right, wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. The inscription includes Elizabeth, Australia 2007. This design is known for its fine detail and was used from 1999 to 2019. Design, platypus. Designer, Stuart Devlin. Description, the reverse features an artistic depiction of a platypus swimming, surrounded by water ripples. The numeral 20 is prominently displayed. Mintage and rarity. Total mintage, 2007. Standard circulation coin, 58,200,000. Mint sets and proof sets, a smaller number included in collector sets Royal Australian Mint. The 2007 20-cent coin is not rare, as over 58 million were produced. It is commonly found in circulation. Market value. Face value, 20 cents. Circulated condition, usually worth face value. Uncirculated condition. 1 to 3 Australian dollars depending on condition and seller. Proof coins, in sets up to 10 to 15 AUD or more depending on demand. Interesting facts. The platypus design has been used on the 20-cent coin since its introduction in 1966. In 2007, no commemorative or alternative reverse design was issued for the coins from this year can still be found in your change today.